I could have known because
Not to do this with you
it been
today.
bad. Tragic wedding. Dear wedding.
Ooh. What's up, y'all? Ain't nobody in here yet, but it's big motherfucking pressure. And don't forget the big featuring Quee Cakes.
I'm just make sure you go subscribe to my channel. You know what I'm saying? We shaking ass over there.
Ooh, y'all. The Pressure Fairy on all platforms. Make sure y'all follow me there.
What a damn metro. Here you go. Matter of fact, oh damn, what happened? Where did she go? Oh, here we go. For you, D. Where did she go?
Wait, you still can't see me?
Oops. What are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm talking about
Okay.
something that you doing over there.
So you said people gonna be able to see this? So they're gonna be able to see how ghetto it was in the beginning.
It says somebody. It says somebody in here. I don't know who's in here.
Welcome in, y'all.
But welcome, welcome, welcome. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear the background?
I mean, I can hear the TV, but welcome in, y'all. So I was gonna do a question and answer video, which I still may do a video, but I decided to do it in real time. So the people that's in here for it can ask questions in real time. Like, you know.
All right.
So quick, we got the questions. And we gonna go from there.
Yeah. Welcome, whoever you two people are.
Right. We can't see who they is. Hey y'all.
I guess they don't, sometimes they don't speak, honey. They just sit out there.
Oh, that's fine too. Now we stirring the questions up in the cup. Whip it, 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 whip it.
Take it a little bit. All right.
Yeah, I don't know how I want to see it.
You want to introduce yourself, or you want to just go ahead and jump
Oh,
to
you
it?
want me to introduce myself? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
So
just
the people, you know what I'm saying. You're new on the YouTube.
but I thought I introduced myself already. You know,
Oh, you did.
I'll
Yeah,
just
I did.
hold on. Okay, no for real though, y'all. What's up? It's your girl Pressure. Don't forget to fucking big. Again, the Pressure Fairy on all platforms. Besides my Facebook, it is Judy Davis, and my co-host is Quickly Cakes, and that's Quickly Cakes on all platforms as well. Um, and that's with a Z and not a S. So yeah, make sure y'all follow us. And today, what we doing? We doing a question and answer on my poly experience.
Woo!
I know a lot of people like got a lot of questions, and to me, these questions they really not even as messy as I thought they was gonna be, which is a good thing. But yeah. So if y'all got any questions as we go on, make sure y'all put them in the chat.
All right, so let's start, y'all. I shook it up.
Yeah, my nephew been crying for too long, and I'm trying not to be like, get this live. Let me go see what's wrong with him.
Is this one? Okay. Yeah, this is one. All right. Was outside people allowed in a poly relationship?
Hold on. Before I answer that question, hold on.
All right,
This
y'all.
is so get up.
Nah, this is so ghetto. Y'all don't go nowhere. Stop. Hey, whoever you are in here, how y'all doing? How y'all lovely people doing? This week. Make sure y'all subscribe to
Question
her channel.
on the
Make sure y'all subscribe to
hand.
her channel. Make sure y'all give a thumbs up for her channel.
My
Okay.
bad, y'all. That was ghetto,
No,
but
you good. You good. You
I don't
ready?
feel it. Because one thing I'm gonna do is run. Okay, I'm sorry. So you said the question was,
Was outside people allowed in y'all relationship?
um, no. I ain't gonna say no like that. I'm just gonna say like that wasn't something that we too tough like talked about, or like the agreement was you got two women. That's all you fucking need. Well, let me stop cursing. But you got
Hey.
two women. That's all you need. But honestly, in my opinion, I would not have minded bringing in another person just for fun, just to spice it up a little bit.
Uh huh.
But honestly, I felt like we wasn't in no space where we should have been bringing no fourth person in. And also, I didn't feel like nobody deserved a fourth person. Like, why do I want to bring a fourth person, whether it's to spice it up or to have fun or for another girlfriend, like when we can't even get it together as just us? So, yeah, no. No other people, period.
Okay. Okay. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. All right. All right. So there we go. We up here. Gotta get something together. Let's see.
Lord.
Hold on, to make sure y'all I ain't lying either. That's what it said. Y'all was just trying to make sure. Well, y'all can't even read
Exactly. So just
it.
get up, get there.
Now this is messy. This
What
is
you say?
messy. Who like who the most? That's messy.
I don't think it's messy because, like, a lot of people would say that me and her liked each other most. Only because he probably would say the same thing too. Um, that we liked each other the most, and which honestly, we just probably spent the most time together. So like, whenever he gone, we at home together. Like if
Yeah.
we leaving the house for the most part, we leaving with each other or whatever while he stay back at home or whatever. So like we was together a lot. So people probably would say like, that it was me and her. But in my opinion, um, over time, I grew to like and love both of them equally.
Hmm.
So it wasn't no favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt like I could have a relationship with either one of them. Like whether if we was to go our separate ways, I could
Right.
have a relationship with either one of them. That's how I felt. But
Gotcha.
in the same breath, I felt like and it's not even a matter of who likes who most.
Mm.
I feel like she was more for him. She was more loyal to him, and vice versa with both of them. So instead of it being like it's three of us and all three of
Hmm.
us are a unit, it was to me, it was like them against me.
Gotcha.
So I would say that they liked each other more and cared for each other more or whatever. But on the outside looking in, like I said, people would say me and her like each other more because we're always together. And don't get me wrong, like I always say, like that was my best friend because honestly, like if I did it again, I would get me a girlfriend and not a boyfriend.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. I understand. I understand. I don't like women, but I understand. I
And I
ain't
know the
eating.
question is somewhere in there too, so I ain't gonna speak too much, on my experience as far as how many times or is this the first time or not.
Okay, it says, how was public interaction when going out?
It was straight actually, like all eyes on us. People like still look at people who is in a poly like it's not the norm. So when you see a man outside holding two women hand, you gonna automatically be like,
Right.
okay. And like when we be outside, like them folks used to literally be telling him like, I want to be like you. I see you, my boy. You got two women, but no, public interaction it was straight. Like we practice public. What is it? PDA. All that. Like we kiss in public, we hug in public, whether it's two of us or all three of us. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Okay. It's kind of quiet in the chat. Hey, y'all. Whoever in here. I guess they must have know who they want you to know who they are. Cause most of my
They
they'll
probably
just
came
be
over here thinking that it was gonna be some litness, and we over here talking. Sit down.
okay. So this question is: have you always been in that lifestyle? Does that mean like a party lifestyle? Is that what I mean?
Yeah, probably.
Like,
No, this is my first time ever being in a poly. This was my first time ever being in a relationship with a woman. I've had experiences, relations
what
with
kind of
women,
thing?
but this was my first time like actually being with a woman, actually like cuz at first my viewpoint on women was like I just wanted a woman to touch me when I want a woman to touch me. Like
Yeah.
that's it. Like I ain't care about nothing else. So, but that relationship pushed me to, like actually love women more
Mm-hmm.
versus, So now I think I'm probably gay, a lot of gay.
Okay. Okay. What it is? Okay. Did you really help save? Did it really help you save money? I guess being in.
Um, I want to say yes because you got to think about it. The more, the merrier. That's just like, um, Mama, can you shut my door back all the way? Um, that's just like if you paying rent by yourself and
Mm-hmm.
it's $1,500, you gotta pay $1,500 yourself by yourself. If it's two of y'all, you gonna pay what $750. If it's three of y'all, you gonna go down to $500. So of course, like you saving money because you got three incomes. You
Right.
got bills or kids or whatever it is split three ways. Like so, when one person ain't got it, the other one got it, or the other two got it. Like it was
Right.
never
Right.
like you
Right.
know. So it worked out in that way
Right.
as far as finances.
Oh, okay. Who wanna be? I need another man though.
Ooh, I don't know how that'll be, cause like people think that men are just so nonchalant, like they don't care about nothing. But really, honestly, men be more jealous than women for real. And
Sure
honestly,
does.
like you would think, like he was not the luckiest, or considered a lucky man to have two women like the way he acted, because of our relationship, me and her. So, hey, men probably be just as much of a headache.
Right. All right. Who y'all trying to be nosy? Did you ever have a threesome every time, or did y'all have like a schedule? That's a
Who
good.
books schedule sex? Nobody schedules sex, y'all.
That's a good question.
That is a good question though. But no, we did not have a threesome all the time, and no, we did not schedule sex. Is if a threesome happens, it happens. Like we're in a relationship together. Like so, if a threesome happens, it happens. If me and her together and we want to have sex, we're gonna have sex. If me and him is there together and we want to have sex, we're gonna have sex. And vice versa, if they just there by themselves, or if I'm in the kitchen cooking and they in the room and they pop off, then it just pops off. Like it's not no schedule. Just like you don't schedule your spouse to have sex, we don't schedule each other to have sex. Like no,
The schedule is crazy.
yeah, no, we ain't scheduling sex. Like
Ah, we gotta have sex on Tuesday.
I ain't gonna lie though, but people think like, listen, like the good thing about being in a poly when it comes to sex, somebody is always available, kind of sort of.
Okay,
Like
I see what you're
it,
saying.
it's been very rare, since like the beginning that me and her was on our cycles together or anything of that matter or nature.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like when it came to sex, yeah, it's just like any other relationship. You get busy, you get sick, you know. It
Gotcha.
happened when it happened, except, ours was a little bit more lit, kind of sort of.
Right. Right. How did you deal with jealousy and pettiness?
Whew. That's probably why we're not together no more. That ass serious. But I mean some people would say it's jealousy, but honestly, for me, I don't call it jealousy. I call it wanting to be loved and treated with respect and all of that on equal playing fields. Like of course you're going to love a person differently than the next because everybody don't get loved the same.
True.
Everybody don't like to be loved the same. But for me, like I said, it's not jealousy. It was more so wanting to be on the equal playing field. So I'm not jealous if you spending a whole bunch of time with her, but I do have a problem if you spend a lot of time with her, but when it's time for you to spend time with me, you got all the reasons why you can't spend time with me, or you're not putting in the same amount of effort, or if um
Y'all make sure y'all give it live a thumb up, please.
oh yeah, hit the thumbs up, y'all. Um, but what I was gonna say? Um, but so like let's say me and him get into it or something, but he treat me or the way he handle me when we arguing or something like that is gentle, it's calm, it's understanding. But then when you handle her, it's you ain't got no understanding. You going off the deep end. So I don't feel like that's a matter of jealousy, like in my opinion. It's a matter of wanting to be treated the same. We're all in a relationship together.
Right.
That's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend, or you want to be technical, that was my fiance, her fuck, I mean, my girlfriend, her husband, however you want to put it, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like we was all agreed to be in a relationship together, so it shouldn't be no unequal loving going on. It shouldn't be no. It should be equal playing field all the way around. It shouldn't matter about history. It shouldn't matter about nothing. It should be equal playing field all the way around. So that's how I feel about the jealous part. I never just looked at her like I'm jealous of you. You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
more so uh, this why I feel like it's y'all against me because why you treat her this way versus treating me this way.
Right.
Or you know what I'm saying? Like so to me it wasn't jealousy, but call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be treated the same way, like across the board. As
Gotcha.
far as pettiness goes,
I bet it was a lot of pettiness.
as far as pettiness goes, if you know me, then you know I'm a Aquarius. Like I once you wake up the petty in me, it's there. Like now you done woke it up. Um, but pretty much like any pettiness, sarcasm, arguments,
Mm-hmm.
anything that was negative going on, I would say, um, anything negative that's going on, I would say it was always them against me. That's what I felt like.
Mm.
So if I was sarcastic, then it's a problem. But if they want to be sarcastic or something, it's cool. You guys got to kiki ha ha laugh it off.
Mm.
If I wanted to be petty, it's oh you being childish, you need to grow up. But
Mm.
if it's the other way around, then everybody mute lips. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. Nobody speaking on it until I wake up to petty. When I
Gotcha.
left,
We ain't on
like
that
when I
right now.
left, like when I left, y'all, I tried not to be petty so bad. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, they woke up the petty in me, and it did not go so good. So, but that's a
Trust.
story for another time. You
Yep,
know what
that
I'm
really is.
saying? That's a
Y'all
story
wanna
for
know?
another time.
Y'all make sure y'all comment that y'all wanna know that story. So give y'all whole story. 'Cause I wanna know too.
Y'all ain't gonna thumbs up the live. Y'all ain't gonna
Right.
comment. Y'all ain't
Yeah.
gonna do nothing. Y'all just gonna
Well, this is about the same. It said, "Was you jealous when the other person got more attention?"
again. No, because we're all together. The only thing like I would get upset about is like I said, if all the attention is only between y'all, but then when it came to me, it's something different. I'm
Right,
not jealous because she's getting a lot of attention. I'm upset because I should be being treated the same way.
right, right. If
As
y'all double tap the live, that would give her a thumbs up. If y'all didn't know that, my bad. I ain't trying to cut you out, but they
no,
just
you
for
good.
them to know that they can just double tap and they'll give you a thumbs up.
So double tap the screen, y'all. But yeah, so yeah. People can call it jealousy if they want to. I I'll be the first to say if you want to call it jealous, then call me jealous then because I'm not gonna be in a relationship where um the way you treat me is down here, but the way you treat our partner is up here. Like nah, not happening. So if you want to call it jealousy, that's fine.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right. Let's see what we got here. But I do not know this big ass. What is this fucking word?
What it start with?
The age. Was there a.
Okay, was there any hierarchy? Why I can't say it right now? This is so funny. Was there
How you
any
say it higher?
hierarchy?
You know what? Forget it.
I said it. I said it for you.
Or equal footing, because I can't say that word.
Yeah. Was there in hierarchy? That's the word.
Hierarchy.
I mean, of course, he's the man, so he's the head. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I did feel like although it ain't gonna be said or admitted to, whatever the case may be, I do feel like it was him first, then her, then me. So like he's the head. So as long as he's happy, then ultimately we're okay. But if he's happy and she isn't, then there's a divide. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
unhappy, but they're both happy, then it's them against me. So, or if I disagree with something or I suggest something, the weight it held was down here. But
Right.
whatever he said was up here. Of course, he's the man. You get to find and say so. So boom, his is up here. So I do feel like it was him, then her, then me. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, yeah,
It
that's
was,
just how you feel, honey. You know, sometimes that feeling be there. All right, what we got here? Do poly relationship work? What are the rules?
y'all make sure y'all double tap the screen and make sure y'all follow us on all platforms. The Pressure Fairy. Besides my Facebook is Judy Davis. Quickly Cakes with a Z on all platforms. And make sure y'all double tap that screen. Um, I do believe poly relationships can work. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Um, unfortunately, mine did not, but I do feel like they do work. It's up
right,
to the people that's in them to put in that work to make them work. Everybody got to be working together. Everybody got to be on the same page. Everybody got to have the same goal while having that same goal, respecting each other in the same way for it to work. Like, you got to communicate, hear each other out. Like, so I feel like it will work. Is there rules? Of course, there are rules and boundaries in every relationship, no matter if it's poly or monogamous.
true,
There
true.
are rules, there are boundaries. Like, when you're in a relationship, you don't move like you're single. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say there's necessarily rules. It's just boundaries. Every relationship has boundaries. And like I said, I do feel like they work. Me personally.
Okay, okay. Good answer, good answer. What's this even? What is this? How did the personality mix? That's a good
Whew. Um,
That's a really
Personality
good
was
question.
tough. It was tough only because when we're good, we're good. But the differences, like the flawness in our personalities, is what caused the problems. Like we're all goofy, silly in our own ways. Like we had fun. Like we're gonna laugh. We do stupid stuff together. Like you know what I'm saying. But then on the back end, um, when it comes to attitudes or being bothered by something or the way we handle stuff when we get mad, it's
Mhm.
different. It's
Yeah.
different. But outside of that, I feel like for the most part, our personalities was a good mix. Like our personality is not the reason we're not together. So I would say our personalities are. It was a good mix for what it was.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Will you? I guess they said, will you do another poly relationship?
Would I? Of course. Would I do it right now? No. Fuck no. That's not even like because I would do it again, but if I did it again, it got to be done differently. So, but yeah, I will do it again. I'll think about it in the future. Maybe not the near future, but I'll definitely think about it. It's definitely, you know, I recommend, highly recommend. You know what I'm saying? Especially, if you like women, because at the end of the day, like not saying that you have to be with that woman,
Right.
but you get to get your lover and best friend in a woman on top of still have your man. Like, so
Right.
personally, I recommend poly. It's not as bad as people make it seem. It's just to me a lot more work because now you got to mix in three personalities versus two. You got to mix in three feelings versus two. So that good stuff.
Hold on, I don't drop. Having
Now
difficulty.
I'm gonna drop questions on the floor.
We having difficulty.
Yeah, let's take a break. These things right here, they is so good. And Shaq know they wrong for only putting four blue ones in there.
Wow. Well, we got with one. I don't know. Is it four? Yeah. All right. How did the relationship started? The poly relationship. How did it started from the beginning?
Mm-hmm. That's a story time for another time too, but I'll get a basic. Me and him was in a relationship together, and then um, what happened? Me and him was together, and then they already had dealt with each other previously, or they had a deeper relationship connection previously, and it was like a little bit into our relationship. I was talking about poly and all this, and then he just was like, pretty much, speaking of poly, how you feel about it, or would you like be open to bringing somebody else in or whatever? And at first, we got into a big argument about it because if you know me, then like I'll bring or I'll be a third in somebody else's relationship,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't want to bring a third into my relationship. And this is the exact, as you can see, what happened. Although, regardless of the fact, they was already dealing before, but if I would not have never said a third or allowed a third,
Right.
not saying that it would have been perfect, but it probably would not have been this or
Got
as bad as this. So I don't know,
gotcha.
but
Okay, that makes
yeah.
sense.
So it was me and him, and then he introduced me and her, pretty much.
Okay. Okay. Then somebody said, why? What they mean about why? Like why poly
Huh?
relationship? It just say why. That was
Oh,
one of the questions.
why? Um, why did I do a poly relationship? Honestly, just being open to it. Like at the time, I felt like I loved him enough to be open to that. You know what I'm saying? And then due to their relationship dynamic, it
Mm-hmm.
kind of sort of like, made sense a little bit, like, what could go wrong? We finna have your whole family back up under one roof, plus our new family that we done created, you know, or blended together,
Right.
whatever case may be. Um, so I thought it was gonna be a good idea. You know what I'm saying? So, or I thought coming into it, it was gonna be, some work, but I didn't know, you know, I thought we was gonna be successful in being together, but that's not how it happened.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
But overall, why I did it for him, like, you know what I'm saying? In
Mm-hmm.
the end, ultimately, you know, I don't regret doing it for him, but I did it for him overall.
Okay. We ain't got another two questions.
Yeah.
You know, shaking, shaking it up like that. Like it was something,
Y'all that's
It
coming in, make sure y'all
said,
double tap the screen to get those thumbs up. And then if y'all have any questions that y'all want to ask that I did not answer, y'all can always put them in the chat in the comments. Y'all ain't got to just be quiet.
they really are. What's somebody said? What's poly?
Poly is normally a relationship with three or more people. And it doesn't always mean that both of the women have to date or be together. They can never touch each other. They just are sister wives to coexist. That's it. But for our relationship, we was in a relationship as a whole together. So me and her did, you know,
The
sleep
nasty.
together and all that stuff.
The nasty.
Definitely was real nasty.
I thought somebody had already asked me.
What?
Oh, I guess. Well, no, it said how do poly relationships start?
Um,
What that mean? Like how you get started doing it? Is that what that mean?
I guess traditionally, I don't know if a man, or I won't say it started out with,
Yeah, man, it can be a woman.
like from the way I see it, most polys are a man with more than one woman. So it normally starts with a man and a woman, and they just expand from there. That's what I feel like. I feel like you missing some questions.
Nope, that's all you gave me, ma'am. That's all the questions you gave me. Yeah, it was one, two, three, four.
You missing the did y'all have separate spaces, live
I
together,
did
sleep
say that.
together? You did? No.
Yes, I did. That was one of the questions I already asked. You answered it. You
No, I
definitely
thought
answered
you
that
asked me
question.
do we schedule to have sex.
And I asked you to separate. Yep, I asked
I
you
don't
that.
remember.
Let me show you. You
I
definitely
remember
answered.
you asking, is it
No, I
a
asked separate.
do we have polys or do we? I mean, do we have threesomes all the time, or is
Hold
I don't
on.
remember you asking. Do we live in separate spaces?
Okay, there you go. So, are you willing to try poly again? Okay, come on in, answer the question. Welcome.
Hey now, baby. So I did just answer this, and yes, I would. I guess I would take my time this time because the way I went into that situation, like we should have went a little bit slower, and I feel like it would have been better. But yeah, I would do it again. It wasn't like the end of the world, and it's crazy that Nell said this because this probably gonna be her first time hearing this. But I used to always say that Nell is the first woman that I've met, and her vibes is so cool. She like don't treat you like you're a third party. She don't treat you like you're an outsider. No,
Mhm.
none of that. And I used to always say that if I was somebody's girlfriend, I would be Nell and David's girlfriend.
Uh,
Just a little secret. I used to say that all the time. If I had
Look
to
to
choose a
drop
couple,
soon.
it would be Nell and David. Huh?
I'm about to look on the floor. It probably did drop. Because I did drop.
I don't remember you asking me that.
Girl, that thing probably dropped on the floor somewhere.
Oh, somebody had asked me do the order in which Neil don't have me blushed on this live,
No.
girl. Dang, what I was gonna say. Somebody asked me did the order it matter? Do the order in which y'all meet each other matter? Like if
That's a good
I would
question.
do it with a man and then add a third woman, or would I find my girlfriend and then we find a man? Blah
You know
blah blah
what?
blah.
I didn't ask that question. I just found the damn paper. It was under the damn bed.
Lord. I don't think the order matter though. I don't. Quickly, where you went? Me and him was together. So, Lord, see, I don't want to give too much on this live because I am going to do like a story time on everybody relationship and how we knew each other. But since it ain't that many people in here, I can just give a little sneak peek. So me and him was together. Unbeknownst to me, they was married, but I guess in the middle of separating or going through a separation or thinking about divorce or whatever. So then later on down the line, once me and him was together, I guess they like had a conversation and like cleared the air, whatever. So then somehow it started having talks about poly and all of this. So that's when he brought it to me, like how I feel and pretty much how would I feel if it was with her. And from the beginning I was open about it. But now that I know and I went through what I went through, I would not do it again that way. Oh no, you ain't got no restrictions. I just don't want to say too much, you know, because I do want to do a story time on like our relationship dynamic. So, I don't want to too tough, like just go deep, deep, deep into um our relationship status, but I will say like not status, but how we know each other. But like I said, I will say they was married. Me and him was boyfriend girlfriend turned fiance later on down the line. Or once we decided to be a poly, he proposed to me because he didn't want me to um or he didn't want the status in our relationship to be a hindrance, if you will. So like since they was already married, you know what I'm saying? He didn't want me to feel like um, there was a difference in between us because of that. But either way it go, it was a difference, whether people want to admit to it or not. It was. So again, I don't know if I'll do it that way again. You know what I'm saying? I probably would have to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It was ghetto. It was ghetto. He didn't tell me he was married at first. But like somebody was upset that he moved on, and that's how I found out. Because they came to me and told me, and then he came clean about it. So yeah, ghetto, Tubi movie, red flag number one that I should have paid attention to that I did not. Um, to me, everything was weird, and that's not to say like that I was overthinking or anything, because I'm the one that was receiving the treatment. So to me, everything was weird. Like, um, anything he say, she agreed to it. So if I was to disagree, I look like the person who's being combative. I look like the person who's never agreeing. Um, she would always go out her way to make sure he's good, he's happy, he's satisfied. Like, but she wouldn't do the same for me or whatever. Um, when it came to arguments, no matter who was in the argument, who the argument was between, I always felt like it was me against them. So to me, everything was weird, you know. Um, but over time, you know, as we started having conversations and stuff, I do feel like it got better, but shit was still weird. So to me, in my opinion, and I might be tripping, but to me, shit was weird. Um, I do feel like she felt like she was more entitled because they was married, and because not only because they was married, but they've been dealing with each other for a long time. So I do feel like she felt like she was entitled. That's just my opinion. You know, like she even said before that she even made a statement before that he should break up with me for certain shit because they already been through it, or because they married or they got a history, he shouldn't uh, treat her the same way that he was treating me about certain stuff. So I do feel like it was some entitlement. Um, and again, look at where I'm at and look where they at. So, you know, hey, I guess it was true, you know?
No, I bet I missed a lot.
And again, no, you didn't miss a lot. I'm just really talking about stuff that I already talked about, really. Um, and then even in the end, and again, I don't want to really just go into too much because I am gonna do a story time on this too. But even in the end, when the police got called on me, it was like he made sure she was protected, she was out the way, she was nowhere to be found to even have to have no type of interaction with the police at all, but made sure, like, you know, to put me in that situation. So again, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like that history, them being married, like it, you know,
Yeah. Yeah, don't do that shit no
people
more.
don't really understand poly. Most women are doing it, think that it's not a man, but to really be all in all agreement with everybody. Communication is key in my opinion. And I agree. And I agree. You wasn't in here yet, Nell, but I was telling them that for me, I was in a relationship with both of them. You know what I'm saying? I was in a relationship with her. I was in a relationship with him. My goal overall was to make both of y'all happy, to cater to both of y'all. You know, um, but for them, to me, in my opinion, her goal was to make him happy,
All right.
and she was just tolerating me because he wanted me there. I guess you know what I'm saying, like, or I was there in the midst of their breakup or their separation. So that's what I felt. But communication is key, and Holly was something like this was something new for all of us. For real, for real. Like this was our first time experiencing this with all of us.
Right.
Um, being in a poly relationship, but overall, I do feel like, and this not to say that I was perfect or anything, because I definitely had my moments, I definitely had my ways, I definitely had my days.
Right.
I just feel like overall, I fought for both of them while they just fought for each other. If that makes sense, I don't
Gotcha.
know if that makes sense. Um, and it's like so many instances like I can literally just hit on where y'all would understand when I say like it was them versus me. Like it's crazy. Like it's so many instances. Like and people like or they would say I'm playing victim or whatever. But you know, me being me, I'm a big communicator. I'm gonna tell you this, even if it's this big, I want to talk about it because if it bothered me, I want you to know that it bothered me.
Right.
If I don't like it, I want you to know that I ain't like it. If it's something that you're lacking in that I need to feel secure, I'm going to tell you that you're lacking there and I need this to feel secure. That's me. They're the complete opposite. They don't communicate. They don't want to share their experience or express if something is bothering them. So that caused friction too.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I forgot to tap the screen before I even came up here.
Now, listen, let me say this.
You heard me. I forgot to tap, give you a like before I came up here because it won't let you do it while you up here.
Okay, if you want to go down, I'll let you back up. Y'all in here, make sure y'all double tap the screen so you can like the live. Now, let me say this. To me, let me just say, um, to me, they was cute and handsome in their own way. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it wasn't about looks because they was attractive to me. I was attracted to them. So I ain't really it wasn't about looks. It was more so like with him, when I met him, it was how he made me feel. It was the way he stepped up without me having to ask him certain shit or whatever the case may be. Like so it was more so like how you made me feel, even vice versa. So it wasn't necessarily like about um looks. What are you laughing at, sir? But yeah, it wasn't necessarily about looks. I'm just being honest. I mean, that's like everybody's opinion. Like, but I can't do nothing about nobody's opinion. Like, I think Kodak Black is fine. So you can't ask me what fine is and what ugly is, cause that ain't how I visualize shit. So like you can't I don't know how to explain it or put it, but yeah, it wasn't like really about looks for real, for real. Um, in the beginning, before we got to like how we was, like I said, like the way he treated my kids, the way he like stepped up, it was just so much shit like that and then even then, like when I would ask him shit, I didn't feel like he was lying to me. So to me, that alone made the relationship different. Listen, I think Kodak Black is fine. Like for real. Like so you can't ask me what fine and ugly is because
Right,
to
right,
me,
right, right.
as long as I'm attracted to you, like that's all that matters. It's more
I
so
mean,
like how you treat me.
right, because everybody have, what they think is fine, fine. So,
Yeah, and then like
you
people try to
know,
look at me like I'm crazy. Like I don't find certain people who people like, oh, they so fine. I don't. I be like, what?
This is what I was.
Not even that fucking cute. What is we talking about? but, but yeah, like yeah, nah, like it was beyond the looks for me.
Nice six people here. Y'all can give her a thumbs up. Now I went out and gave her a thumbs up. Why y'all didn't give her a thumbs up?
So yeah. And then what else she asked me? Oh wait, we
I
didn't
got
go
a,
over the other question. Somebody
I got a,
asked like
I got a
live.
question. Well, go
Hold
ahead.
on. Oh yeah. So somebody asked that we live separately. So we did all live separately at one point in time, and then of course, like if we know what we want, or if you know what you want, then act on it. So we was only live separately for so long before we all was up under one roof. Like, and it wasn't a long time, and that probably was the issue. Like they are used to living with each other and
Mm,
moving as one with each other, but I'm coming into it, and I live the way that I live. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Um, so yeah, but so we probably shouldn't have moved together as soon as we did. Um, honestly, like I feel like we definitely moved too fast, and if I could change anything, I would definitely go back and not agree to being in a poly as soon as I did.
Gotcha.
I probably would have been like, nah, like let's see how it goes. I probably would have said like let's date or something. But moving up under the same roof as soon as we did, fuck no, I wouldn't do that again. Um,
Okay, okay.
absolutely fuck not. Um, we definitely shared the same bed. I'm not living up under the same roof with my spouse and then sleeping in different beds. That's not happening. Um, yeah. What's your question, quickly?
My question is, do you think that it would have worked out better if he didn't like already knew her before? You know what I'm saying? Like have somebody new come into your poly relationship. You know what I'm saying? Do you think it would have been better like that than somebody that he already knew?
It's a possibility that it could have been better. Only because, like I said, I felt like nobody's gonna admit that history play a part. Nobody's gonna admit that them being married play a part. But um, I definitely feel like it played a part. Like nobody can understand where I'm coming from because you have to be in my shoes to fully understand like how I looked at shit, how I
Wait.
felt like I was treated, and etc.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so I do feel like it could possibly have been different if they wasn't married. If it was somebody, I don't know. You know
Hold
what I'm
on.
saying? And honestly, like I said,
Wait. One moment. One moment. He was married. They was
yes,
married.
they're still
I didn't
married.
know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, yeah. So that
Yeah, you.
definitely to me played a part. Like
Yeah, you're a strong one. I
I
mean, I
don't,
get because you know what I'm saying. You was trying it, but ooh, you know what? I mean, you definitely strong. Because I ain't gonna lie, I don't think I could have did that though. Because I think a million thing would be running through my head though. Because
I mean, and a
I
million
would
things.
always, because I would always feel like they definitely had that stronger connection. You know what I'm saying? It's like I would be the third wheel. You know what I'm saying? Because they
I
already
felt like the
had
third
that
wheel.
connection. You know what I'm
What's funny,
saying?
hell?
That's
I
just, I
felt like the
mean,
third wheel. I felt like
yeah,
the third
me
wheel.
listening to it's like, damn, I would feel like the third wheel. Like, like,
I
damn,
felt
is
like the
they in a
third wheel.
relationship and then just brought me in? That's just how I would have felt.
It ain't. I can't say I felt like a third wheel because they was in a relationship and he brought me in. They was already going through whatever they was going through. They wasn't together technically when I came into the picture.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, it was just me and him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But I definitely felt like a third wheel, mainly because, like I said, you know, me. I'm gonna do whatever for both of them.
Right.
But when it came to their relationship dynamic, it felt like, yeah, we'll do something for you, but I ain't gonna too tough go out my way to make sure, like, you know, but for each other, I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? And I
Gotcha.
don't really know how to explain it without giving examples. And I don't want to give examples because
We
I'm
need
trying to keep
example.
it as unmessy as possible. So I don't want to give examples on like what I mean when I say that. But yeah, I definitely felt like a third wheel. And even with me saying this on this live, it's not nobody can act like this is something new that I'm saying because
Mm-hmm.
I've been saying this since a year ago.
Gotcha.
So, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that nobody can, make it
I ain't
seem
seen
like.
nobody answer. They didn't. How long did it last? How long was the poly relationship?
We broke up so many times in between this time, but it was a little under a year. So if I would have stayed to this month, it would have been a year. That's why you're supposed to build that connection. I feel like the woman should bond more, and if the whole situation is to make him happy, it will never work. Everybody should be catering to each other. Again,
That's true.
things that I've been saying before now, and again, like I said, I have my ways, I have my days. However, I did not go into the situation with I'm only here for him. Once I
Mm-hmm.
grew the bond that I grew with her, like
Mm-hmm.
again, people probably would say that me and her liked each other more or was closer than me and him.
Mm-hmm. To be honest with you, I thought that. I mean, I knew y'all was together, but in my
No.
mind, I'm thinking like, I don't know. It's kind of what can I say? A deja vu. I don't know. But it's kind of weird that when you finally tell me how how it was, how Polly became. It's kind of crazy because I was saying to myself like this before you even said anything. I was like, damn, I want to know was it this female that he used to talk to before and I already had something dealing with. But that's just me. That's just in my head, my mind. I was thinking. You see what I'm saying? And
And
now that you're
honestly,
saying it,
and if I'm being honest, the fact that they had history
mm-hmm,
is probably the reason why I was more comfortable with going into it. Because okay, they already know each other. Cool. Like now I just got to get to know her. Or she got to get to know me. You know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? So
right,
honestly, like that's why I was so open to it. And then again, um, so
yeah, she don't want to be messy, but me,
no, it's not that I don't want to be messy. It's
people might
I
take it
don't
the
want
wrong way.
to talk about everything on here because I am gonna do like a story time. But
Okay, okay, okay.
like
Got you.
um the fact that
Let it
they
be
had
so.
history and the fact that they have kids together is the reasons why I was so open to it. Because in my mind, the kids is up under one roof with him. Uh,
I get it. I get it.
we one big happy family in my mind. That's you
Got
know,
you.
so that's
Right, right.
part of the reason why outside of doing it for him, like that's part of the reason. Like, okay, your kids gonna be up under one roof with us. Y'all ain't got to be living separately. Again, like this is a woman that already knows you, so it ain't
Right,
like
so
it's
it's
some random that you done just be like, yeah, let's bring her into our
right.
dynamic.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So, but yeah, yeah, Tubi movie. Keep on telling y'all. But nah, I do agree, Neil. And ultimately for me, before the relationship even ended, I had a conversation with one of my closest friends, and I had already said like I love him, but I love them enough that I know this ain't gonna work.
Right.
I know like if certain stuff keep on happening, no matter if other stuff get better, like it ain't gonna work, and I would have left. Um, See, like for them, arguing or having some arguments, a few arguments throughout the week is enough to push them away. But for me, I don't give a fuck about no arguments. To me, that's creating understandings because
Right.
clearly the argument
What?
happened because it was a disconnect somewhere. So the
Right.
argument is us learning. The argument is us growing. But so for me, the arguments ain't even what pushed me away because I don't give a fuck about the arguments. That's small. Y'all
Yeah,
ain't cheating on me. Like
that's
it could be far
yeah.
worse. But it was other stuff. Like I said, always feeling like them against me. Like I couldn't feel alone inside my relationship.
Mm, that's deep.
So I already knew like it probably wasn't going to last too much longer
Right.
because they wanted growth from me, but didn't want to grow themselves, like in
Mm.
certain aspects.
That makes
So
everybody
expecting
need to
me
grow.
to not respond the way that I respond, but y'all still treating me the same way. Like it don't like I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But yeah. Like I said, it ain't like the end of the world. Would I do it again? Yes. Um, would I probably find my girlfriend first? Yes.
And
I
then
probably
bring them
would.
in.
Mm-mm. Because I ain't gonna flex. It slick got me traumatized. Like I don't think I wanna. I don't know if I can go back into it the way that I did.
Nah, I feel
Like
you.
I don't know because it's something about now having that history because I ultimately feel like the history is the downfall. Look, find a
So
girlfriend first. Listen, I literally
I
because
got a question.
what's your question?
Who? Okay, so who ate it the best though? Him or her?
Her.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little bit. Because I'm like, where the freaky questions at?
Her. Her.
You know,
Um,
I'm just being a little nosy.
it was her. It was her. But I mean, like he did his part too.
Nah,
Nail stupid. Nail stupid. But I mean, he like I said, he did his part too. Like I feel like sex probably was one of the least of our worries, if that makes sense. Like it probably was one of the least. But I
Right.
mean, I can't necessarily talk about him. I just feel like overall they know how to please each other because of the time that they've been together.
Mm-hmm.
So they can please each other to the T damn near. Me,
Right.
I was still learning
Right.
because
Right.
I'm new into this.
Right.
Like on top of being new, me and him only had each other to ourselves for months before she came into the picture. And we
Mm,
created a poly.
gotcha.
So
Yeah, so I get what you said when you said maybe y'all should have just dated and waited a little longer just to have this. I get what you're saying.
yeah. Because I feel like um me and her not knowing each other or not having no bond in the beginning, that really made shit rocky.
Right.
Because I don't know her, she don't know me. I'm gonna take how I take shit, and she gonna take things how she take things. And in the beginning, it was a lot of head bumping because, again, them against me. That's all I feel.
Okay.
That's the
I
only way
mean,
I can.
you feel how you feel. Can't
That's
nobody take that.
the only way I can put it. Like I
Like, can't
could
nobody
have,
take that from you, you feeling that way. Can't nobody take that.
I could have, I definitely could have probably communicated better. Like with the things um that I didn't like or whatever.
Mhm.
But it was just like, again, I just felt like me against them. That's the only way
Right.
I can put it. Anything that I say, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to, like, they gonna put it down. Like, especially her. Like, whatever he says, she damn near gonna go with it or whatever. But then if I say something, she gonna find a way to like downplay it until he said. Then now all of a sudden we all on the same page, like type stuff. Um.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Okay.
like like although we broke up on bad terms, I will
Mhm.
say it wasn't as bad. Like when we ended, it wasn't as bad as it was when we started. Because when
Mhm.
we started, like talk about, I used to sleep facing the wall with my back to them, like type shit. Because if I felt some type of way, I felt some type of way, and
Right.
ultimately, you can't tell me how to feel.
True.
You
True
can't
that.
tell me that my feelings don't matter because they're not big to you, like
Right.
type. Like we literally broke up one time because I had been at home all day and I did not get dinner started. But later on down the line, when it was on the other foot, it wasn't none of that. So it was just like, again, I'm on the
Damn.
island by myself. By myself.
That's a crazy breakup.
That's how I feel. Like
That's
on the island
crazy.
by myself. Even when we broke up on the island by myself. You feel me? Like talk about, like I already, to keep from overreacting, I go
Mhm.
into isolation. I won't
Got.
say nothing. I won't talk. I'll just stay to myself. So when we broke up, to keep shit down, I went into
Mhm.
isolation. I didn't talk.
Mhm.
But even when I would say something to him, it would be like um one word answers, responses, like nonchalantness in the responses, like shit like that. But like they wasn't like that. And then again, like that's that them versus me shit or whatever. Because legit, the argument started with me and her, but
Mhm.
somehow ended with me versus them.
Mhm.
So yeah. hmm
Okay.
And people are trying to make it seem like, oh, I'm just playing victim and I'm spinning the story to like make it seem like I ain't do no wrong and blah 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 blah. But
So.
I definitely, have my ways and I have my
Right.
days.
Right.
So
Right.
in my mind, you can't dictate how I react to your actions or how you make
Right.
me feel. So yeah.
So after y'all broke up this time, did any of them try to like reach out to you and apologize for anything?
No. And they won't. They um I haven't even reached out and said, anything, honestly. I clicked in his live last night and I did speak, but that's the most that's the
The most.
most like words I've had with them since I left Arkansas.
Mm.
Legit. And honestly, I don't expect an apology. I don't expect nobody to reach out to me to even attempt to uh admit their part in anything. Like I honestly don't even expect it because before we would get into it, the only reason why we would get over it and get through it, to me, in my opinion, was because I pushed for it. So
Mm.
whether it was my fault that something started or theirs, like I was always the one that's trying to like figure out, okay, can you stop being mad? Like, can you get over this shit so we can move on? Type shit.
Right.
But yeah, and they ain't gonna apologize, and ain't nobody gonna reach out like at all. That's what it is. And honestly, the one time I did get a reach out, I feel like it was because I posted fan base or something like that with your ass, and it probably hit a nerve. Like, oh, you do anything for your friends.
That's crazy.
Take time to get healed. Then come see the big dog when you're
And
ready.
let me go back to that.
I love
First
you,
of all,
L.
let me go back to that because she ain't doing anything because of her friend. Let me just say that, okay? I don't know
I
why
love you,
people think
L.
that. I don't know why people think that because I don't
You
make
ain't
nobody
got
do
to
nothing.
explain that because at the end of the day, like people know me
People
enough
do
to know
whatever
that
they
I'm
want
not
to
a
do. At
follower.
the end of the day, like I can't make you do nothing. I don't know why
Yeah, and at
people
the end
be
of the
thinking
day,
that.
yeah, and at the end of the day, I'm not no follower. Like if I did something, I did it because I want to do it. And if I'm entertaining something, and then at the end of the day too, people gonna always assume what they want because on the surface, you can see what I post on my page. You can, but you don't know what I got going on outside of this phone because we
Right.
don't talk. Like, and only the people that's gonna know is the people that I talk to. So people
True.
gonna assume like, oh, she just out having fun, and I am out motherfucking having fun.
You
I
as you
deserve
should, as you should,
it,
as
but
you should.
people probably think like I'm just talking to people. I don't give a fuck about nobody right now, honestly. Like, and that's because I don't want to take nobody through no bullshit because I'm still in a fucked up mental state
Right.
or whatever the case may be. Because yeah, like right now, I don't really trust nothing that nobody be saying. Like you can tell me that you finna come in my life and you gonna treat me right. You ain't gonna take me through the stuff that I done been through. Like blah 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 blah. You can say all of that, but one thing about it, two things for sure. Like I don't believe that shit. I
Right.
don't believe like so. I don't think it's fair for me to like nobody right now.
No, I feel you. I feel you. Take your time. Your
And the reason
time.
like I know that this situation took a toll on me is because like I'm a lover. I'll be hurt that some shit didn't work out, but I'll just move on and go like somebody else because okay, it didn't work out. Next,
Right.
but with this situation, it kind of sort of like put me in a different mindset. It put me in a different headspace, like moving forward, because now, like, you can't tell me you love me and you care about me, but like, don't fight for me. Can't tell me you love and care about me, but you don't take me into consideration, like, in a lot of things because it's not affecting you, like, and etc. So yeah, like going into the next, oh baby, like I don't even want to like nobody right now because talk about I'm gonna be no, I don't even talk to nobody right now. I do not even like nobody right now at all. I'm just
Right. Then
focusing.
do you? Yeah. Focus on you,
Yeah, I'm
kid.
just focusing
Yeah.
on doing everything that I wanted to do, content creator wise. Focusing on everything that I couldn't do when I was in a relationship. I'm focusing on everything that I put on a back burner because I was in a relationship and I didn't want to do anything without my spouses. So I'm just really focusing like on me and what I got going. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And leaving that situation, I ain't gonna lie, I had a lot of hate in my heart. Now it ain't. It's not as bad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say that it's probably not even hate anymore. It's
Gotcha.
probably just disappointment, maybe. Um, yeah, it's probably just disappointment, maybe. Because I never in a million years thought like I see people go through shit all the time. I see them call the police on each other and shit all the time. You feel me? And I just think like, oh, these motherfuckers is crazy, they toxic. So I never thought like it'll happen to me.
Gotcha.
Especially being somewhere where I'm by myself technically.
Right.
My family would have had to drive 2 hours away to get to me.
Right.
At the least. Wait. Yeah, bitch. Why'd you beating? Can you come to the door? You can push the door open. What is it? Push it. God damn. Don't say nothing crazy, I'm gonna lie. Would you like some sweet potato pies? Are they free? Yes, and I just made them. Yeah, my sister made some sweet potato pies. Her ass be baking and cooking. Hey, y'all. I'm gonna come out there when I get off live. But yeah, this. Whew, I don't even want to start crying. Because honestly, if nothing else hurt me in this situation, probably getting the police called on me hurt me. Because my kids is there. I'm 10 hours away from my mama. I'm 10 hours away from any family that can get me from Georgia. So if anything would have happened any further, like my family is 10 hours away. So, yeah, that probably is the part that hurt me the most. It probably is the part that got me like looking at people sideways and thinking like, baby, nobody don't love you. Cause if, when shit gets sticky, they gonna do whatever they feel like they want to do to you. They gonna treat you however they feel like they want to treat you. So, you know, that situation was fucked up in so many words. Um, so yeah, it's insane. And that's probably why I don't like nobody right now. Cause how can a motherfucker say they love you but then turn around and call the police on you? And not only call the police on you, but it's supposed to be to de-escalate the situation. But all three parties who was involved in the situation was not there. So in my mind, like, you was never for me. You was like, you know, it's y'all against me at the end of the day. So probably be a long time before I try poly again. I don't know. Uh,
Right.
I
Right.
don't know. Um, I don't,
How long you been alive?
it tell you that?
Yeah.
Well,
At the top.
oh
You
wait,
know.
it probably do. My counter anyway. I've been on here for 79 minutes. Oh,
Oh,
but
so you been
yeah.
on here more than an hour. Damn. Okay, that's more than an
Y'all
hour.
got any more questions? Let me start. I can't be spilling all the tea, y'all, because I am gonna do some story times. And that's and again, if I wanted to make this messy, like I could have really like, said a lot more. But I don't want it to be messy. I just want to, tell my experience. And it is what it is. Can't nobody be mad at me for my experience. Can't nobody be mad at me for how I feel like, I felt going through the experience because my experience ain't nobody else's. And also, again, when you're not affected for 98% of the relationship, the time of y'all was together, then of course, like, you ain't gonna feel how I feel. And I didn't call the police on nobody. So, you know, and I didn't threaten to put my hands on nobody either. So, it's just like certain shit like that be deal breakers for me. And at one point in time, I was like probably open to maybe in the future. Know what I'm saying? Like maybe in the future. Maybe right now. Maybe in the future. At one point in time. But um when all that transpired, never. Maybe we can do business. Maybe we can be friends one day. I don't know, but I could never see myself being back in that situation because I wouldn't threaten nobody who I love. Period. Like Chloe, funny. Leave Chloe alone, girl. Yeah, like I wouldn't call the police on my person, especially like when they not even doing nothing to put your life in danger. Like, yeah. So I probably would not do that shit again. Mm-mm. I don't know. Probably not. Any more questions? Cause I'm gonna leave y'all. Let me
I
stop.
don't think nobody got any more questions. That was
Oh,
a good
yeah.
live. That was a lot of questions. I ain't gonna even lie.
It was. It was some good questions.
It's a lot of questions.
Them was some good questions. It was.
I don't think nobody got any questions. She was the only one that really talked. Nobody else ain't said anything.
He was in here. He laughed at her comment. Yeah, he laughed at her comment. But yeah,
Yeah,
like
he could have spoke to you. Hey and hey.
let me tell you, like one thing about it, two things for sure. He definitely don't want me talking about this shit on social media because that's just like a gateway to being our business. But however, I can tell my story without going into specifics of what has happened. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like some situations I am gonna speak on, like the whole police getting called on me shit. Like I'm definitely gonna speak on that because at the end of the day, like, you know, it wasn't like the police didn't need to get called. Like,
Right.
honestly. And if the police was gonna get called, it definitely should not have been called on me.
Mm.
So, but that's a story for a different time that I'm definitely gonna speak on. But outside of that, like, no, like I said, I went in his live and I spoke to him last night. I'm still highly disappointed, like with how it went at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and and honestly, we had a conversation, a very very long conversation after the police was called and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But after the conversation, ain't gonna flex. Like what triggered me to really say fuck this shit for real is again like we had this long ass conversation trying to you know finally be open about where the other is coming from and how we feel, but then we get back to the house, like you just go back to treat me the same way. So that initially sparked for me to keep on feeling how I feel and for me to speak on it, because I don't know. But yeah, if it was up to him, I would not be talking about this shit on social media. I would not be talking about this shit on social media. And honestly, if it wasn't for me feeling so betrayed, I would not have never came to social media. Like, yeah, I'll probably tell a motherfucker that I broke up with somebody and we don't talk no more. But as far as going into details about what happened, that's never been me. But I feel like the betrayal that I felt, like, yeah, nah, like, and in the moment, honestly, when I brought it to social media, I was definitely disappointed. I was hurt. I was upset. I was angry. I was motherfucking. I was everything mixed into one. I was everything mixed into one. So while I could have handled the situation better, I handled it the way that I handled it. You know what I'm saying? And one could even say, "Oh, she ain't have to do all of that. A motherfucker ain't have to do all of that. What they had did to me." You feel me?
True.
So, um, so I don't care like about nobody feeling like I did too much because a motherfucker did too much to me.
Well, tell me you ain't. I mean, it would have been different if you would have like went live while all that shit would happen. Then you know what I'm saying. Then I'll be like, yeah, she did too much. Now she gonna put all this shit on the internet. But you just get what I'm saying. That's what most people who in a heated situation will have done. You see what I'm saying? The whole time they, whatever happened with people would have been on live. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't do none of that. But no, my little petty ass, I would have been on live. But
And
that's
then
just me.
at first, I was just making a little subliminal post, really about being single, not even necessarily about what transpired. I was making subliminal posts about being single, but and I normally don't go to their page for nothing. Like even when we was together, like I would have to remind myself go to their page, come in on their shit. Like I wasn't just on their page. So even when we broke up, I wasn't just on their page. And the reason being was because I already know I was angry and fucked up. So let me not go to their page. But the way Facebook works, I ain't have to go to your page. When I scroll, I'm gonna see the little subliminal shit. And you can try to say, oh, people can try to like use, it ain't about you. It's more than just you going through this shit. But in this situation, when we're going through shit and you post certain shit, yeah, I'm gonna feel like it's for me. So when you make a subliminal post, like somebody playing victim or trying to rewrite a story so that it better suits them. Okay, so now let's talk about the story then. Like, you feel me? Like, let's talk about it. Since I'm making up shit, since like me telling my part, who is it? Me. Who is me? What's up, son? I cannot. Who that is, Quickly?
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that
Is they
person.
talking to me? I
They
can't see the
definitely
picture.
talking to you. I don't know them. I don't know that person. Never even
They
seen that
probably know
person.
me, but I can't. The name not familiar.
I mean,
Jaden, push the door open.
people be having different names, so I don't know who that is. But I'm about to go because we about to go to the store. Wait, we about to go to the store and get something to eat. Oh, see, he know you. Well, not me.
Oh, cause look, I'm like, I don't know that name. Okay, quickly. See you later.
So make sure y'all like and comment under her videos,
Yeah, make sure y'all.
okay?
But
All
what I
right,
was saying.
bye y'all.
All right, Bookie. Um, quick, text me when you I'm gonna have to text her. She probably ain't even in here no more. But yeah, the reason like I even ultimately when you doing the story time. Oh my gosh, I was supposed to do it this weekend because I really wanted to start dropping my videos come tomorrow, but I was being lazy because I was just being lazy. I didn't forget that name is different. I don't know that name. Okay, quickly. Text me so we can figure out when we're going live on Instagram. TikTok. I'm gonna drop it on here, but I'm gonna probably do like snippets on all the other platforms. But yeah, hold on, wait, Neil. What you want a story time on? Because I feel like I done talked about a lot. What you want a story time on? Not for real. I'm definitely gonna do a story time on how we met, how a situation came about. Life is alright. It's what it is. But yeah, I ultimately only said something on social media because they called the police on me, or I got police called on me, and that really sent me into a fuck it frenzy. But if it wasn't for that, nobody would not have never known what I went through. Like nobody would not have never known. Like besides we broke up, that's it. I'm just gonna be nosy like everybody else. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I am gonna do a story time though. I'm gonna do it tomorrow, and I'm gonna drop it tomorrow evening before I go to work. But I am gonna do a story time because I just feel like it's only right to do a story time with my experience and about it. Like, can't be mad. It's my business too. But I appreciate everybody coming on here. Do anybody got any more questions before I bounce? Before I bounce out? Oh shit. Oh, I'm about to take myself out. But I am gonna do a story time, and I encourage everybody involved to do their own story time. You feel me? So everybody can tell what happened from their point of view. Like I'm not against none of that because at the end of the day, you gonna feel how you feel. Feel me? Like they probably was. Although, like I said, I feel like most of my attitudes. Matter of fact, yeah, all of them was a direct result of how somebody made me feel. Like, and I'm a human, so I'm gonna react the way I react. But I encourage everybody to do a story time. Please talk about it. Y'all want to do a story time together? If y'all still in here watching, we can do a story time together. Feel me? We can talk about this together. So everybody can, stop saying that I'm playing victim and I'm twisting the story. Because I never left out nothing that I did, nothing that I said ever in telling the story. So feel free. I'm with all that. I'm on some good money shit now. Like, so you feel me? I don't give a fuck about how I feel about nobody. No, none of that. Let's get some money. Because clearly a relationship is never gonna happen again. She's dead. But I'm down to get some money though. Anyway, bye y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your girl Pressure. Don't forget to fucking big. Follow me on all my platforms, The Pressure Fairy. Except for my Facebook is Judy Davis. Make sure y'all follow Quiqui, who is my host tonight. Quiqui Cakes with a Z, not an S. And if y'all got any more questions, feel free to drop them on this video. And I can always do a question and answers part 2 video. Appreciate y'all for clicking in again. And I'm out of here.